Where I am now, better than before. Through those open doors, where I am now, where I am now, I'm in a special place, a tender warm embrace, where I am now. It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, where I am now. And if you like to see us live in WGPL 1350 studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page or Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton's Facebook page. And guess what? You can see us live right here in WGPL 1350 studio. And if you want to hear us all over the globe, all you have to do is go to FYI Radio Show and click and listen live. No, all you have to do is go to 1400 AM, 1350 AM, and www.christianbroadcastingcompany.com. Click and listen live. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. E. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors, our WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace 95.3 FM and Peace 95.3 FM and WPCE 1400 AM.
Facebook Live is on and popping. Let's also welcome Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube. And I tell you what, like, share, subscribe, and comment. We'll shout you out later on in the show.
Like, share, subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe, and please comment. We'll shout you out later on in the show.
Shout out later on in the show.
Yes, Mr. E, it is fun.
Friday.
It's the weekend. You all should
just got paid.
You all should be ready to relax and enjoy yourselves. It's a lot happening in the city, and but we're here today and very happy to be here. It's a little rainy here in the Hampton Roads area, but they said that it will not be a washout. So off and on, it's going to be a little sprinkly around here.
That's right. That's right. And it's temperature on the outside, Miss Hinton. Right now, the temperature is 59 degrees on the outside.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
And guess what, you guys? We're getting closer and closer to springtime.
Spring is in the air.
Oh,
I feel music everywhere.
Cherry blossoms are blooming. I saw daisies and tulips. Oh my goodness. I love this time of the year. And then the birds are chirping and singing in the morning. And had I had one duck, not a geese, but a duck on my spa in the backyard looking for his girlfriend or his wife or something. You know, this is mating time. And then I finally saw her and she's up on my terrace and I'm like, what are y'all here? The pool. That's what it is. They ready to get they're ready.
So how can you tell the difference between a geese and a duck?
A duck has a short neck. A geese has a very long neck, and he's heavier. He's a heavier thing. Some of the ducks are very little, and sometimes I find those little creatures in my yard, in my pool. They love all that lake. And then they got to find my pool. I don't like. They like
the water.
But they are mating this time of the year, and so hey, it is what it is.
So do you think salt water and lake water is different water?
I don't know. I have the chlorine in the water in the pool, but the lake water is natural water.
Okay.
I don't know if it has any salt substances in it.
Maybe because the pool is heated.
No.
That's
Well,
fun
the thing,
Friday. Just
okay,
little
well,
fun Friday.
we'll
You know.
see. I'm just hoping that they don't visit too much. When we had the geese first moved there, the geese was just everywhere, just so many. But now they have, gone to where they go, and only you see a few coming out to mate, just a few of
Now, who flies south?
them. Well, they say birds
Of a
fly
feather?
south, but
Okay.
some of them, hey, I've seen a whole bunch of them near the park. They did go. Well, that's not true because at a certain time during the summer, you don't hardly see them.
Right.
So maybe they go somewhere else as well.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's Fun Friday.
Yeah.
We're here with the current job list. Mr. ER, you ready?
I am ready for the current job list. And get your pen and piece of paper so that you can jot down if you know someone, or you might need a job so that you can go and get a job. Get a job.
Yes.
Don't forget that Harry Teeter's, McDonald's, Food Lion, Harry Teeter's, Target, they are looking for those who want some employment.
Absolutely.
Federal Express, United Postal Service, and the one with the smile on the side of the truck, that they are looking for somebody to work for them. Absolutely. So here's your current job list. Get your pen and get your piece of paper. Here we go. The Virginia Museum of the Contemporary Arts looking for a visitor experience associate and an art executive assistant.
All right, let's go to Southeastern Public Service Authority, SPSA. They need a support specialist. Also, Sarah Michelle Peterson Foundation Administration Coordinator. The Girl Scouts, they need a giving manager.
The new Bay Agent looking for a weatherization energy audit work quality inspector. They're also looking for assistant director of planning and development.
All right, for kids in Suffolk, they need family case manager. What's this? Edgar Casey's ARE Prison Outreach Services Coordinator is needed. Also, events program coordinator. They also need a payroll coordinator and also a programming coordinator.
Children Care Aware of Virginia looking for Eastern Regional Manager. Heritage Humana Society is looking for a volunteer and a human education manager.
Families of autistic children of Tidewater, they need an external relations manager. The Southampton Roads YWCA, they need a resident services assistant. They need a POC victim advocate. They need a marketing and communications coordinator, a director of human resources, crisis service specialist, counselor, one of them, and a clinical manager.
Western Tidewater Free Clinic looking for a director of development. Virginia Opera statewide is looking for a grant writer. And the Virginia Living Museum is looking for executive administrator.
Yes. Oh, do we have any more? We have one, the Up Center. They're looking for a dad engagement special. Isn't that something? We were just talking about dads.
That's right.
On
that's
our
right.
Wednesday segment, dads, and how they make the environment of schools a little bit more secure when they get involved. And so, wow, when we see the word dad, we get very excited.
That's right, because we want to make sure that dads can get what is already due to them, and they can,
What you mean due to them?
Do for them, because we want to help them to rise above.
We want them to get involved.
Right. We want dads to be dads and men to be men.
Men, that's right.
We don't want them to just sit on the side of the road like a bump on the log doing nothing.
Men are doing so many great things,
Yeah.
and they always have.
Yeah.
They always will. Mr. Andre Cross, how are you? Thank you for joining us. Sheila Robbins, Philip Plump, all you all that are on, make sure you comment. We want to shout you out. So, Mr. E, it's March.
Yeah.
We're getting closer and closer to the spring.
That's right. March Madness.
That's right. But we were talking about dads and men and brethren and all that on Wednesday. But today we're going to kick off our Women's History Month. I get excited, Mr. E, when we talk about the ladies. It's all about the ladies this month. And we're going to be covering information about ladies in so many different ways. Women in history. But I want to say something, Mr. E, before we, describe what it is and why it's celebrated and stuff like that. Women in history, we like to highlight those that have really made that impact, really, have made strides in our country and stuff. But this month, I want us to also focus on that woman around you,
That's right.
that mother, that auntie, that grandmother, that woman in business, that woman around you that has started a nonprofit or has invented something. Sometimes we celebrate all the big timers, and there's nothing wrong with that. But those women that are right there, right underneath your nose,
That's right.
right in your own environment. Sometimes we don't see them as important because they're not on the big stage.
That's right.
And so we want to say congratulations to all women that have made history, women that are making history, and all the women that surround us that have been born and doing great things and just existing. We salute you.
That's right. We want to celebrate with you. And we want to kick it off so that, like Miss Hinton said, we want to make sure that we recognize those women that are right there every day passing up and down the highway, right before your very eyes. Miss Hinton, tell our listening audience, why do we celebrate Women History Month?
Wow. It says even before the week-long celebration was established by the California School District, the holiday began as a National Women's Day. It was just a day. The International Women's Day website says it was 1908 when thousands of women together made their way through the streets of New York in a march. They were fighting for women's rights, including voting rights.
That's right.
That's right, youngins. If you all don't know, a woman didn't always have rights to do things. She didn't have rights to vote. She didn't have rights to be heard in her household necessarily. She actually was what I consider a second-class citizen.
Well, Ms. Hinton, and when you look at Women's Month, you'll find that women's does a lot of great things. It says throughout the list is long, so popular historical figures who are often studied and recognized during the month of March is Susan B. Anthony, Harriet Tubman, Amelia Earhart, and Maya Angelou. I got a granddaughter named Amelia.
Yeah, that's a beautiful name.
Yeah.
It says Women's History Month is celebrated as a way to honor the contributions women have made in society throughout history. And that is true. It is a month that is focused on educating people about the important impacts powerful women have made in both the past and the present.
Susan
B.
B.
We
Anthony.
have a lot.
Yeah, Susan B. Anthony, Harriet Tubman, Amelia Earhart, Maya Anderson, just to name a few of these great women that has really made the mark.
Yeah, they've had a lot of themes. Every year they choose a theme, and each year the theme, kind of like shows and highlights certain aspects of what women are going through. It says in 2023, the theme is celebrating women who tell stories, which recognizes women's past and present who have been active in all forms of media and storytelling, including print, radio, TV, stage, blogs, podcasts, news, and social media, according to the National Women's History Alliance.
In the past year, some of them themes included women providing healing, promoting hope, violent women's of votes, refusing to be silent, visionary women, champions of peace and nonviolence. Nevertheless, she persisted, honored women who fight all forms of discriminations against women.
Honoring trailblazing women in labor and business, working to form a more perfect union, honoring women in public service and government. These are some of the things that they have highlighted and they've had themes for. Promoting hope. I mean, that is definitely something that we all need.
Promoting hope.
The vote is very important. Refusing to be silent. Champions of peace and nonviolence. And Lord knows we need people to come out now and really, really talk about things to help us calm the sea. It's a
That's
lot
right.
of violence, a lot of gun violence, it's a lot of crime, and definitely we need people to march on and get the victory over some of these issues. Women in labor and business. Women are in politics. They're in business more and more and more. Now, this is the thing. Like I said, there was a time when a woman did not have a right to do these
That's right.
things.
That's right.
Even back there in the church, way back there, a woman was told to keep silence in the church. She didn't have a voice there either. And so they said, if you want to know anything, ask your husband.
That's what they said.
But let's go back, because a woman was also told, as she and Adam, I'm talking about that they named Eve, the first lady and first woman, and how she, brought that curse upon her life and her family's life. She was told that, hey, now you got to give an account to that man. You're gonna give birth to children. You definitely gonna be second class.
That's right.
It wasn't meant to be like that at one time, but now, it was wherein, a woman had to kind of like be the back of, on the backdrop. She wasn't necessarily hand in hand, and we see throughout the years where there are no voting rights, where a woman didn't have say, or she couldn't open businesses, she couldn't she couldn't do a lot of things. And it's hard to believe, Mr. E, at this time, seeing women as vice presidents.
That's right. That's
and
right.
Owners of Fortune 500 businesses, to know that there was a time when a woman couldn't do squat.
That's right.
Except for have children and get married.
Miss Hinton, the History Month was not officially started till 1987, according to History.com.
Mm-hmm.
Women History Month included Caroline Johnson, pioneer Navy aviator, opening up on gender discrimination.
Yes.
In 1987.
1987.
Yeah.
And so still we fight for rights. We are going to be discussing some things like rights to pro-choice and rights to the woman's body and rights to abortion. People are fighting real hard on that issue.
That's
because
right.
There was a time when, I remember, Miss E, when women earned the right to do whatever they want to do with their bodies, have abortions or whatever, and things took a turn. Oh my goodness. It's a thing wherein now, they have laws and all kind of rules and regulations regulating what a woman does with her body. So the more things change, the more things remain the same, or they go back to, because at the time women were fighting for rights to have abortions, the opposing group of people, pro-choicers, were fighting as hard. I mean hard, and they fought with violence. Some folks blew up abortion clinics. Women marched, men marched with them. People were marching, and it was just a thing where it was a really, really traumatic time. But women won the rights to abortions. Now it's turning around.
That's right.
It's a little different now.
The telephone number to dial if you want to jump in and talk about how strong women are and accomplishments, and give accolades to strong women of history and strong women that's around, and the strong woman that you have been. Give us a call at 757-624-9475. That's the telephone number to dial if you want to chime in and say, listen, we come a long ways, baby.
Mm-hmm.
That was a slogan that they had back in the day, but when 1987 came, that's when the official Women History Month began. So the month of March, throughout the whole month of March, women has been, y'all got a month to celebrate.
We got 1 month to celebrate, but we got all our lives to be women. We'll also, highlight women's freedom, of course.
That's right.
Women's health, health and food, health conditions, pro-life, like I said, and abortion. We also will talk about women in finance.
That's right.
Women in business, women in relationships. Where are we in our relationship? Women, alcohol, drug addictions, and women in sports. We will highlight some of these things besides celebrating us. Because guess what? Like I said, things have changed, but we still have to fight. It all kind of reminds me, Mr. E, of we just came out of Black History Month.
That's
And though,
right. That's
although
right.
we have accomplished so much, we're still fighting for certain rights.
You know, Miss Hinton, when we look at it, there's rights to be fought all over the world. African American men and women
Mhm.
are still fighting for certain rights, you know. But we got to look at it. It's good to have somebody to celebrate, you know, have a national holiday for all women, for
Mhm.
all history, all mankind, you know. But here's one thing we got to look at.
Mhm.
There is Women Month, but guess what?
Mm.
There is no Men Month.
Oh, you better go ahead and get that up
I'm
and
gonna get
pop
that
it.
started because it's not fair that it's one-sided that they have Women History Month and not Men History Month. You know,
Well,
and men
mhm.
has been the backbone. Men had to endure
Backbone of what?
everything that you see going
Oh,
around.
there you go, Mr.
This is
E.
you know, James Brown had a song. This is a man's world. But
But
he went on. But he went on a little further and said, "But it won't be nothing without a woman or girl."
and I tell you
Six two
what,
four 9475. That's the telephone number if you want to chime in. Come on, give us a
yes,
holler.
you all have made your impact. Of course, you all have built a country. But I tell you what, we've been there all the
That's right.
way.
You've been there
We've been
beside.
in
Yeah,
your ear. We've been
yeah,
beside you. Although
yeah.
we, there are times when we couldn't. What you call it? I assure you that a woman was saying something. A woman is just like that. You know, she's gonna be able to lift her voice in some kind of way, and even if she's got to fight to let you hear her voice, she's gonna get on a picket line. Now those are the ones that you find out there, you know, out there with the thing,
With the sign.
signs
Yeah.
and things. They're gonna be out there fighting for their rights. I don't care what people say.
And you know, throughout this year, this the month, Miss Hinton, like you said, we're gonna be celebrating
Yes,
strong women
yes.
from the past and from the present. Well, it's important to celebrate women all year long. Congress set aside 1 month
Mhm.
each year to recognize the sacrifice made by women for women
Yes.
to help make our country and world rather a fair and a safe place for
Ooh,
all.
did you
Yeah,
say the word fair? See, that's the
fair
key right there. Fair, and we're glad that women are
and a
just
safe place.
fair and safe. You know, we need women. We need women to, you know, be the mothers. We need women to be the business women. We need women to be virtuous. We need women to change the world, and we need women to be on fire. We just need everything about a woman. And so this month we celebrate on March the 8th is International Women's Day, and we really, really glad that we can highlight us. We
That's
can
right.
celebrate us.
You
It
know,
feels good.
Mark and President Jimmy Carter, we all know him. God bless his soul. He issued the first presidential proclamation in 1980,
Mhm.
declaring the week of March 8th as the National Women History Week. The week
Yes.
observing continued until 1987 when Congress designated March as Women History Month. You know, one thing about this, Miss Hinton, it's good to have all the Women History Month, but it's no paid holidays.
May not be no pay now, but hey, if we keep fighting, ladies, you hear me out there, ladies. If you want a national
Paid holiday.
women's history with pay, let's go out
Yeah.
there and get it.
Yeah.
There's nothing that we can't do or accomplish. And so, hey, when we feel the need to do that, Mr. E, thanks for the suggestion.
That's right.
We definitely will do it.
It'd be beneficiary for all mankind just because y'all go out here and say, listen, let's make this a paid month.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about women in particular, some of the trailblazers and pioneers and those that have made great the world a more successful place. We're going to be talking about them in particular.
That's right. And we're going to find some of the greatest trailblazers. We're going to find some of the great historians. We're going to find some Harriet Tubman. We're going to find some, Betsy Ross. We're going to find someone who was right there. We even look in the Bible, and saw that when Jesus rose, the first woman that he talked to the first person he talked to was a woman. And she told Mary, go tell the brethren, I got up.
Absolutely. Mr. E, put out some names a little bit earlier, and one was Maya Angelou.
Yeah.
And so, she goes right along with the theme of writing and being creative with this year, 2023. And wow, she definitely made an impact with her writings, her poetry, and her books, her speeches, and she was loved and favored by presidents. And we just thank God for people with wisdom, because that's what she was giving us. She was giving us a lot of wisdom, and she made that impact on us. We'll be talking about her, and we do have Susan B. Anthony
here. She's got a corn after her too.
Absolutely. Amelia Earhart.
My granddaughter, Amelia Earhart, when you look at Amelia, she's on the propeller of an airplane.
Yes.
When you look at the propeller.
She was a pilot.
Yes, that's right. When you look at the propeller of an airplane spinning around, Amelia Earhart was one of the navigators on one of the greatest airplanes.
Susan B. Anthony was a powerful women's rights activist. So women felt the need to have leaders and people that women that could just really, put themselves out there and sacrifice their time and everything to fight for the rights of others. That means a lot.
That's right. And our hats off this month. Listen, roll out the red carpet, brethren. Roll out the red carpets and open up all the doors for, these women for this month.
Well, we're going to be opening up the doors for ourselves, Mr. E. We are so proud to be women. So y'all don't worry about it. We got this. We're going to be rolling out the carpet for ourselves, celebrating ourselves. We got to find out if they're going to have any marches or anything going on. What's going to happen? We'll be sharing that with you in this month, how we celebrate and what we can do. You can celebrate a woman now by just taking her out to lunch and telling her thank you for the wisdom that she shared, or the books that she's written, or the songs that she's sung, or the children that she's carried, or breaking into politics. I was looking at local news, and I saw Miss Morales, Stephanie Morales, and the impact that she's making as a young woman in the area, in the Portsmouth area. And I wanted to salute her. And there are so many others that they are young, and they're right in our sphere. They're right in our area where we can say thank you for what you do.
Well, and there's a lot of women are CEO of a lot of businesses.
Yes.
And when you look at them, they're in radio, they're on TV, they are sitting there managing the hams, like driving a ship across the sea. They're sitting there. All these CEOs, and I can just call one right now, Miss Yolanda, the lady Hinton, CEO of Crystal, and I can go down the name, and like Dr. Katrina Chase, who that's doing a wonderful job. That's at the ham of everything.
Absolutely, CBC, Miss Katrina Chase, right here with us, doing great things and just building and providing employment and doing all kinds of things. These ladies are ladies around us that we should say thank you to, and we should honor, as well as those that are out there on the big stage and have made a brand all across the world.
That's right. And our hats off. If you see those ladies, the ladies today, whether they be CEOs, whether they be who they are, just say, hey, look, congratulations, and thank you for your service.
So this month is your month, ladies. This month we'll celebrate.
That don't mean for you to dog the brother and stuff.
Look, I keep telling Mr. E, we got this. This don't have nothing to do with y'all. You all have your time. You got Daddy's Day coming up. You all get in those schools, brethren.
That's
but
right.
Women, celebrate yourself. Celebrate the women that are around you. And tune in to FYI, because we're going to be celebrating women all over the world.
Miss Hinton, how do you feel about this being Women's Month?
I love it. I love highlighting who we are, because we've done great things. You can't put us on no back burner. You can't make us no sidekick. We are women. We're powerful. God has given us and graced us with gifts just like anybody else. I love it. And you all come over here for a little while and join us. Thank you for coming on. We'll see you on Monday with Sports Talk.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. Don't forget that this month, starting March the 1st, March the 8th, is Women's Month. And guess what? We're going to help you to celebrate that month for this month. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10 right here on WPCE 1400 Peace 95.3, WGPL 1350, and all social media networks.
I grew up beginning to see.
Mr. E, yes, and yes, I am excited about Women's Month. Why not? We are ladies. We're beautiful. We're powerful. We know y'all are up there, doing what you do. But look, we have changed the world in so many ways, and we have brought forth beautiful youngins, male and female, and female, to do great things as well.
And I want to say thank you so very, very much for all of your support. Thank you for your service.
Yes.
But Miss Hinton, I want to jump into something real fast.
What's that?
It's tea time. It's
Mr. E, you must have some tea, but before you do that, let's see who somebody's making a comment. Miss Davis says Susan B. Anthony didn't fight for the rights of Black women. She also thought the Black man should not get the right before white women. There are a lot of Black women. Okay, and that is okay, that's fine and good, but we're talking about women that made an impact, whether they was fighting for whoever they was fighting for. They out there in history.
That's right.
She's named among those that fight. And so if she didn't fight for them, make sure you fighting for them. How about that? All right now. So Mr. E,
I got to serve this tea. I can't hold it no longer. You know, Miss Hinton, down in Houston, Texas, I found out that, that was a Black grandmama. A Black grandmama.
What's going on?
65 years old.
Ooh.
Found a $50 bill in the store. A Black grandmama. She got cancer. Found a $50 bill in the store and got beat up behind it.
Okay. Mr. E want to serve that tea already. We can't even talk about the women. I'm laughing at Mr. E because I saw the video of this incident and it was crazy.
That's right. That's right.
But this is the thing. You got to look at the video and you have to look at the whole video. I really believe that the lady was being very gracious by telling the folk that she found a $50 bill.
That's right. I thought about this. I said, finders, keepers, losers, weepers. That's what I said. That's an old nursery rhyme. And so when I saw the lady find the $50 bill, she was nice enough to ask that anybody drop that $50. Now, when you start looking at the clerks, and the clerk said, yeah, that was Mr. Lewis money, and he done got that 6-pack of beer going on about his business. But they said they had a video showing that he had dropped the money. But the lady was right. The 65-year-old lady said, listen, let me speak to the owners of the store instead of to y'all, because I want to make sure that, I give it to her. Here's the story about the 65-year-old grandmama battled cancer, thought it was her lucky day when she found $50.
Yes.
Local Houston area grocery store. However, she ended up being assaulted by 3 white employees before. White employees. Betty Smith claimed that the 3 white store clerks at the Lindman grocery store in Industrial, Texas, found $50 on the floor of the store. Money claimed belongs to the friend of the store clerk before. But here's the thing that gets me so much. She did everything right. Why they jump her?
Well, you gotta look closer at the video.
But
let me say this, Mr. E. I had a flashback because last week I was walking in Lynn Haven Mall and I went into this store And I was walking around, and it wasn't anybody in my space. Nobody. The cashiers were way over there. And then there was somebody way over there. And I looked down, and there was $120 worth of money on the ground, just waiting for a girl.
So wait
Now,
a
let me
minute.
tell you something, Mr. E. If it would have been attached to a wallet, it would have been a very easy thing to do by saying, look, somebody lost this. It is their name. And I've seen people lose stuff, and uh, you try to give it to the person you think has lost whatever, but won't not a soul around me. And I just looked around. I said, and then when the people were way over there, I said, maybe I should go and say, did you all lose? But I didn't want to do that just in case somebody was gonna lie and said it was theirs.
Well,
So I just walked out the store just as nice and proud that God had just dropped that in my lap.
well, it should have belonged to the store.
So this is my question. Why did she was nice enough, I think, to say something about the money, which she didn't have to. It was money that was just laying there with nobody's name on it. And she could have just said, oh, $50. She was nice enough to say.
That's right. That's right.
She was also saying, let me talk to the manager, because guess what? They do have footage of who could have possibly done it. But guess what? They'd rather jump the yoke. If they didn't yoke and jump. But see, she was another thing they did not like, and that was her going word for word.
That's right.
And
that's
then
right.
Also she was going out of the store, and they said, you can't do that either.
And they locked her and kidnapped her.
But see, let me say this, Mr. E. They yoked her because she was pushing the
shopping cart. That's right. Ladies. That's right.
So it was a thing where Mr. E. finished telling the story. It was a trip.
Do you believe? Here's the question. You found $120.
I did.
In the store.
Yep.
Do you believe that $120 belongs to the store? Like they said, the $50 belongs to the store.
It didn't belong to nobody but me.
But why? You found it in the store, but why it couldn't be the store's money?
Sorry. I didn't see that though. That's what I'm trying to say. If there was a name on it, a wallet, I have found wallets, I'm telling you, and I will give them back with the money and everything more than one time. But this one, I mean, it was I said, well, I said to myself, I'm going to go ahead. Now, you all might have done something different, and that's fine. If you all wanted to go to the people that was way a mile away or to the cat, that's good. But I'm just saying, it's up to you to kind of figure out, what should I do? What should I do? What would you have done, Mr. E?
I would have I would say, Lord, I just want to tell you, thank you. Because here's me, let me tell you, I would have never asked the store. I would have never asked the clerk. If someone had been in front of me, I would say, sir, did you drop anything? I wouldn't tell them what they dropped. I said, sir, did you drop anything? And let them look around and see, they would know if they dropped anything. So, But I would have told the Lord, thank you, and put that money in my pocket. So what of our listening audience are telling us? Do you think that the lady was right? Do you think that she should have kept the money? Do you think that she did right by getting her butt whipped?
I think her first move was right, and that was somebody dropped some money, and I think her second move was right. Let me talk to
the manager,
somebody, so I can kind of feel good about giving this money to. And so I think from then on, it kind of went
sour. So Miss Smith, I want to say that, the name of the store going to change. And from Littman Grocery to Miss Betty Smith Grocery Store.
Are you serious?
I believe it's going to change because the store, the judge, the courts, police, they dropped the charge on her.
They dropped the charge, but guess what the owner did? He apologized and wanted to give her $50.
And fired all the employees.
He did a lot.
And he wanted to give her $50 more.
I think that was great. I mean, listen.
You got to break people out of a habit.
I'm saying, I know $50 sound a little weak, but when you get somebody's job taken away from them, that talking about justice. You didn't have to offer me no money as long as the culprits that you feel are the culprits. you got away with it, got them out the way. Hey, you keep your $50.
But see, the thing about it is sometimes folks have the tendency of hiring people to work their job to make their rules be the right rules. So what should have happened is that they could have settled it. Now the lady taking to court and breaking this discrimination, this racism, and the man gonna lose his store.
I think, like I said, her first move was good. They should not have, antagonized her. They should have just said, okay, let's go ahead and get somebody so she can talk with. And that's it. That's it.
Here's another tea for you. They voted in Chesapeake last night.
Yes.
5-4 vote. Do you think the reason why we got so much negativity and so much crime in our schools because they saying every social club, every club can now go to the school and hold their functions there? Do you think that because they allow everybody into these schoolhouses and leaving all these spirits there that causing these children to go apes?
Oh, right. Mr. E, that is definitely extreme. But hey, as long as they follow the rules and regulations, as long as they're not doing things harmful to people, let them go ahead and go in there and do what they need to do. Hey, I don't know. Maybe we are tripping when spazzing with all that. Oh, this is a Satan club. Well, what y'all doing? What does that mean? Maybe explain to the public what it's all about. It's the Satan club. Well, is it just a name? And from my understanding, it's just a name. I don't know, and don't care really, as long as they're not doing anyone any physical harm or any other kind of harm. It is what it is. They already voted that, hey, whatever you are, you can use the facility for an event.
Ms. Hinton, as I began to look, there was one other thing that they did. I want to bring it to our attention in Chesapeake.
Yes.
In Chesapeake, they're getting ready to open up Walmart again.
Yes.
Do you think that the people should go back to work?
Of course. The thing about it is security. Now, this is the thing. If you are suffering with anxiety and your mental health has declined, no, don't go back in there until go. Just manage yourself. Look out for yourself, and people will go back. People will go back. That's just the way it is. But I'm saying if those have been traumatized and feel that they cannot, get back into the groove and the swing of going in that store, stay away from it.
That's right.
I don't even know if I'm gonna go in there, but hey, I may. I don't know.
Why would you petition? Why would you not go in there?
I don't know. I think what it is just the feeling right now of what happened. I think it's a little like, just a feeling. It's
okay.
Like, ooh, when you walk in, it's like, ooh, look what happened in here. Not that it's going to happen to you now, but it's just the feeling of, ooh, can you imagine people being slaughtered? Even when I think about it, Mr. E, when you go down to the city of Virginia Beach, don't you know that building is not open anymore? It's a brand new building.
That's right.
And even though you feel a little bit of ways, you got so many police and stuff in there, you still think about it.
Ms. Hinton, as I begin to think about Walmart opening up, and then you said something that got so much great value to it, that down in Virginia Beach, those folks who have been ailing, that they have made a wall down there in Virginia Beach, like a park. Yes. So that folks can go by and sit down and look at all the things that have happened.
Absolutely.
In that city.
So I tell you what, Mr. E, I thought you had another Chesapeake, something else too.
I did have another Chesapeake.
What's going on in the entertainment world? I sent you some information about that. And also, look, let me just go ahead as Mr. E looks for that information. Again, we'll be, our upcoming shows, we'll be celebrating all March about women in history. Also, don't forget to tune into FYI After Dark. We're going to have some great topics. We're going to have Mr. Sean Cunningham on Monday at 6 p.m. on all social media platforms. Mr. E, what you got for us?
What do you think about Sweetie Pie? Sweetie
Oh
Pat,
my
Sweetie
goodness,
Pat. What do you think
Mr.
about Sweetie
E.
Pat?
Is that too much?
He's sentenced to life in prison.
You all know the show Sweetie Pie, the lady that used to be background singer for Ike Turner, beautiful woman, a businesswoman, but had a son. He had spent 10 years in prison already, came out, and he was a part of the business.
That's right.
And then they brought the grandson down because he needed a new start. He has been not accused, but been found guilty of murdering this child through using someone to a hitman.
Murder for plot.
That's right, and for the insurance money, I understand.
Murder with hired to plot.
But can you imagine how she feels, Mr. E? How devastated she is, Mr. E.
I can imagine how she feels when she find out that somebody,
her own son, has murdered her grandson. It is just a sad situation. That's some tea. You all can go and get that story along with so many others. We're going to be serving that tea. If you all got any tea to serve, we want you to serve it for us. Also, we want to say thank you to Miss Huff, who is our tea server, and our wonderful young lady. Her mom is also instrumental in being on our show, and FYI. But we just want to say thank you for the tea that she serves, along with all the other ones that give us information. So I want you all to make sure you join us back here Monday. Also, don't forget the Ladies Pie. The Royal Ladies Pie got some things that are happening. So excited about it. I'm going to be launching the pie business again as the Royal Ladies Pie. Also, don't forget, Bullying is Right Underneath Your Nose. The book is in hard copy. It's an ebook, and it's also Audible. You can go online, get it anywhere, get the book and the music and everything. So Mr. E's going to tell us how to be a special guest sponsor intern with FYI.
Now, if you'd like to be a special guest sponsor or intern with FYI, the most talked about radio show, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861. Our inbox is at Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page, or FYI Facebook page, or you can email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. That's FYILive@gmail.com.
It's what? FYI what?
FYI Live Radio Show.
Sorry, Mr. E.
FYI Radio Show Live @gmail.com. That's right. FYI Radio Show Live @gmail.com.
Thank you for getting that right.
Yeah.
That is great. Mordell said I loved her. I'm sorry she has to go through that, and he knew what he did, asking her. Let's see. I know how she feels. Her own son. It was really a sad thing. But anyway, we gotta go. There's so much going on this weekend. You all be blessed, and join us back here on Monday for Sports Talk.
That's right. I got some great news for us on Sports Talk.
Go ahead, Mr.
When
E.
you get a chance, don't forget to look up Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan. There's a big controversy going on.
Okay, along with that, we're going to talk about women in sports. Aha, that's what we're going to do. This is Women's Month, Miss E.
I'll try to put the brothers in there.
I know, but we're going to be highlighting women in sports on Monday. God bless you. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.
2 up, 2 down, VA.